Thanks for inviting us in. It's 11 o'clock. Tonight, it is official. The city of Noblesville is now moving forward with an historic housing project that's called Gatewood Lakes. 1,100 acres, a future home for 5,000 Hoosiers. Our Logan Gayer is there for the vote tonight and shares the next steps for this big project.
After a unanimous vote of approval, the Noblesville City Council signed off on officially rezoning 1,100 acres of land to make way for this mixed-use master planned community called Gatewood Lakes. Betsy Hinkie with Hinkie Development Group says they put in a lot of hard work to get here.
This is really a culmination of a lot of efforts of multiple months of work with the city of Noblesville, numerous departments and their staff, as well as our team and so many that we work with.
Before they voted, the board made sure they got clarity on the architectural process of the development and confirmed the streets will be built to city standard, even if they are private. The City Council President, Megan Wiles, says they want to make sure they're being considerate of current and future residents.
We never want to do something that's going to be negatively impacting our current residents.
The project will be a big undertaking. Designed as a golf cart community, some of the anticipated features include thousands of homes, 20 miles of scenic trails, retail space, 140 acres of green space, and 2.5 miles of shoreline. For those who may be overwhelmed by this, Wiles says just wait and see.
One of the things that I've heard is the concern over construction and traffic, and people think that when a project gets approved that it's going to show up overnight, and this will happen over a number of years for that development to really fully build out.
There's still work to do in order to turn this into this. The next step in the process, the developers completing construction plans and drawings to secure permits for moving dirt and working on infrastructure, sidewalks, roads, and sewers.
It just feels really good, and it feels, ready to be a really well-intentioned, development in a growing area.
When this is all done, Wiles hopes this development will have something for everyone.
So one of the challenges that we have in the city of Noblesville is we don't have places for people, I'm going to say, to either move up to or maybe to downsize at the level that they want to be able to do so. And so a project like this is going to have a number of different housing options.
Ultimately, they say this was not only a yes for the development group, but a yes for Noblesville. They hope to break ground in 2026. In Noblesville, Logan Gayer, 13 News.
Our lives changed forever on this date, and you robbed us of everything we had.
A 360-year sentence tonight for the man convicted of murdering 6 of his family members. Raymond Childs III maintains he didn't do it.
I'm not no killer. I'm not no murderer. I'm not no bad person. And a lot of people.
But a jury disagreed, finding him guilty last year of all 6 murder charges against him. It was January of 2021. Inside this home on the east side of Indianapolis. Child's parents, his 13-year-old sister, his 18-year-old brother, and his brother's 19-year-old girlfriend, who was about to give birth, all shot and killed. A 15-year-old brother was shot twice, but he got away.
The hole you've left in my heart and in the hearts of everyone who loved them can never be filled. I wake up every day knowing they are gone because of that night.
Childs was 17 at the time of those murders. He plans to appeal his conviction. During testimony today, a doctor said Childs has post-traumatic stress disorder because of abuse and domestic violence in his childhood.
It was a warm Tuesday and still relatively mild at this hour. We have 40s and 50s. Right now, 56 degrees in Indianapolis, 52 Shelbyville and Richmond. We're down to 48 degrees in Columbus. We will start our Wednesday in the middle and upper 40s, relatively mild, and it will be another dry day and another warm day. Upper 60s and low 70s for tomorrow afternoon. Our next best chance of rain arrives Friday night into early Saturday, and it does bring with it the threat of a few strong to severe, potentially severe thunderstorms. And it is Severe Weather Preparedness Week. Counties using this opportunity to test their tornado sirens, but not everything went as planned. Alex, Indy ran into some problems.
Yeah, that's right. It wasn't just Indy either. Other counties also reported issues with some of their tornado sirens. It's all part of a statewide tornado drill, and emergency officials say that's exactly why they do these tests.
Across the state, outdoor tornado sirens sounding off, all part of the National Weather Service's statewide test of communication systems. But on Tuesday, silence in Marion County.
almost right off the bat, as happens, we got notifications from various members around the community that they didn't hear the sirens. So for us, I immediately engaged our vendor and engaged the rest of our staff.
That vendor, Federal Signal, which manufactures the siren equipment for Marion County, also investigating the cause of the failure. In a release from the Marion County Division of Emergency Management, officials saying each test generates a report which is reviewed by staff and vendors to detect any potential malfunctions. After the failure, officials say they conducted another test which found it to be functioning normally.
So we have a number of different citizens, people, some of our ham radio operators in town that listen for our normal Friday tests at 11 o'clock on Fridays. And so that is one of the best ways that we get information.
But the test failure isn't unique to Marion County. 2 other counties, Boone and Hancock, also experiencing issues, with Hancock County officials saying sirens were not activated by Commander apps when initiated.
It's a comfort knowing it's there, but not if it's not working.
Back in Marion County, neighbors like Ann Carroll rely on sirens to work properly. Her family lives just feet away from one.
It's woken us up in the middle of the night when we didn't know that things were happening.
Officials say this is just a perfect example of why they tell people to stay weather aware.
The outdoor warning sirens are for outdoor use only, but it's a technology like any other technology, and it's fallible. Things can happen. We always tell people to have multiple ways to get alerted to severe weather.
So again, how do you stay aware of the weather impact in emergency situations? Well, first, signing up for text alerts through your county is a great way to stay in the know. Actually, Marion County has one. A weather radio also comes in handy during power outages. Now, 13 News has reached out to the vendor Federal Signal to ask if they've had equipment issues in other states. We're waiting to hear back, and we'll let you know when we do. Scott?
Here's a look at the other stories making headlines right now. An inmate was just sentenced to additional time in prison for stealing a truck and escaping. This unfolded at the Edinburgh Correctional Facility back in October of 2023. Investigators say Marion Janes took the truck and drove to the west side of Indy, where police arrested him. Janes will begin his new 12-year sentence after completing his original 20-year sentence for burglary. And now to an extraordinary story out of Newton County. A passerby found a missing woman alive 6 days after she crashed her car in Newton County. The woman was conscious and speaking at the time of the rescue. She was flown to a Chicago hospital for treatment. The car was off the road near County Road 600 South and County Road 300 East near Brook, Indiana. Tonight, Indiana University is one of 60 colleges under investigation for alleged anti-Semitism. The Department of Education's Civil Rights Office sent IU a letter warning of potential enforcement actions if it did not fulfill its Title VI obligations to protect Jewish students on campus. DEO leaders did not elaborate on what exactly put IU on their radar. Leaders with the Department of Education did not elaborate on what put IU on the radar. Tonight, recycling bins near Washington Square Mall on the east side of Indy are gone. City leaders cite illegal dumping and other misuse for that decision, saying there were repeated issues at that site, including bins overflowing into nearby public spaces. Remember, you can find all of our latest local stories anytime on our 13 News app.